Alright, hello. So this is the first program. It is basically ships. It's a naval battle simulator. Basically, you just click anywhere. If you left click, it'll create red. Right click creates blue. And you can just sort of like set up whatever design you want. Just click and drag and you can make things. Alright, so whatever you want your special design to be. You can sort of ignore the red and blue and draw up there. That was for testing the fairness of the entire thing. So basically, there's multiple different ship types. Currently, this one only has the Vulcans, which are just basic in the actual thing. And whenever you want to like run a turn, you just press the space bar and it'll calculate out one turn. And you can just do it a lot, and it'll do a lot of turns. They're basically automated to target various different types of enemies. So currently these ones I think are all just set to target the nearest enemy. But you can have like individual like ship types set up to do different targets if you want. So you can sort of control them that way, besides just controlling their actual pattern, which does sort of like it does actually matter on the outcome of the battle. So like even if like this has like more blue ships in it, right, than there are red ones, the red ones sort of have an advantage by just wrapping around them like that to start. So even with the rather big advantage of blue, they still manage to take down pretty good amount of ships. There is a lot of random chance to this as well. So even if I just have like two of them that just fight each other down, it's not always going to end the exact same way. Currently, these ones are set up to sort of better show off the actual like turn-based or like slowness of it. So they have a shit ton of armor and not a whole lot of attack power. But yeah, whenever they like flash brighter, that's basically a critical hit going off and various things like that. Now, there is also another version which includes stats. I don't know if this is the right one or not. Yeah, red and blue, okay. Because there's a blue and yellow one as well, because reasons. So, you have the sort of standard ships, which are they're just going to do what they usually do. But then you can also switch to another ship type called McCree, and basically it's super overpowered. Basically each one of these ships has the ability to shoot 6 shots per turn at a very high range, and each one of them like insta kills. Basically, if you know Overwatch, it's just McCree's ult from Overwatch every single turn, which is a bit BS, but yeah. Now the other ships can still attack, and they will take it out if they can. But once it's out of range, there's not much they can do. Now, in this specific version, the red ones aren't set up to move. In the yellow one, they actually are, I think. So you can have, yeah. So you can have sort of, whoops. Yeah, I'll just, okay, yeah. And so they just sort of, these ones will actually move towards the center every turn. So you'll see like, sort of like flux of them getting shot down as they try to move in. So other things, you can see now actually up in the corner here that there is some stats, culture and whatnot, and pretty much you can improve these stats and they give marginal benefits. Like culture gives you like a damage and defense boost, and education gives you like a crit rate and accuracy boost, which is somewhat important. I mean, like some of the mechanics of this are like, so if you are like this far apart and you only had a range of 1, you'd have to like move to here and then move to here, right? And for each move, it's going to take up some like action points in the actual game of it. And so the lower your action points are after you move, the lower your accuracy is going to be. So if, say, this takes up like 60% of your points just moving along here, then your accuracy is only going to be at 40% if you try to shoot an attack from there. But if you were like to wait like another turn and they didn't move, then you could just get 100% chance to hit off of that. Sort of in the actual thing, it discourages running away a little bit, because if you're both just up against each other like this and one person decides they want to start retreating, if you're still in range of this, then they can just shoot at you while you run away, which is, you know, not exactly optimal for you. But there's different ship types, like ones that move faster and whatnot, so it's not super important. Now, this one they're set to no attack power, which is why I was using these ones to sort of demonstrate the actual shooting of it. Now, there's a few other things you can do. Now, first of all, this is sort of, you don't want the other side to be able to see like setting up, so you can hide the individual sides by using shift, and that allows you to like set up your own thing without the other person being able to see what theirs is. And lastly, there, in any like ship navy, there is an admiral that you can assign, and you basically just press enter on one of the ships, and that specific ship then becomes the admiral. And basically they just give a boost to various stats of every ship around them. Now, I realize this might be somewhat confusing without knowing what all the stats are, but pretty much you can just sort of look at, you know, the general idea of how it functions and see like, alright, you just watch the battles as they go out turn by turn, and then if need be, press certain buttons, and then you can get your ships to run away and, you know, take less casualties or whatnot. Change their pathing AI. Stuff like that. It's pretty neat.